1 for 4, Rui 1 for 4 to start the game. We're going to see Jax Hayes in a minute. Blocked from behind by Walt, and then they turn it right back. Thero, very athletic, will love to play around the rim. Smith can't hit it. Simons just beats Rui to the basketball. Front court, Boston, Brown. Brown trying to attack again, hangs in the air, count it, and one. And the Lakers are down by 13.
This Lakers broadcast is brought to you by the Nissan Rogue. Shop NissanUSA.com.
Now it's interesting, 10 assists on 11 Boston baskets. Only about 56% of their baskets throughout the course of the year are assisted.
All right, so games, but they hadn't typically been on a back-to-back when he played 42 minutes and had been double-teamed. But look, Billy, there's no excuses in the NBA.
Lob under, yeah, go ahead.
Nice play there to Jackson. Can he finish?
Well, there's Nick Smith. Now keep that thought going.
Well, it's just that, as the guys will say this all the time, right? You can talk about what Phil Jackson used to say was the schedule loss in a game like tonight. But the other team had something going on too. Now, they had a little bit of an easier run at Washington. The game was over early in the third quarter. Jaylen Brown didn't play. But nonetheless, this is Lakers-Celtics, right? No excuses. Lakers got to find a way to play better as Minot gets a 3 to go.
Josh Minot from distance. He just turned 23 the other night. He's made 9 starts for this team. 2 straight double-figure games for the first time in nearly a month for Minot. So he's feeling good. You know, Mike alluded to it. They had a lot of guys get some run last night when you win by 45. Gabe Vincent, Rainbow going to be off target. Falls right into the lap of the Celtics.
What was it you were saying about them not being as reliant on the 3 this year, Billy?
Well, not as much. How about I did say they still rely on it, just not as much.
You qualified it. You qualified it.
You have to.
Yeah, tonight, though, they certainly are knocking down the 3s.
Well, they had 20 shots. Half of them have been from three-point range.
Floor, Austin is your secondary, and LeBron is a tertiary, or at times is the primary. And they're either getting to the free throw line or getting into the paint and really jeopardizing the defense and then kicking out the 3s.
Now, Lakers and Nick Smith now in the attacking zone. Tries to get into the paint. Back out now to three-point country. And Brown picks him clean. Defense, offense, look out! And LaRavia challenged him from behind. He made sure he wasn't going to throw.
Key moment in the fourth quarter, I believe.
Yes, it was.
And the Lakers end up benefiting there. So this time, you know, unable to prevent the dunk, but does make Brown earn it at the free.
In November, you know, he's the only Laker to have played in every game this year. Jake LaRavia's Jaylen Brown scores on the free throw line.
Yeah, LaRavia's had some really big performances in road games this year. Remember the one in Minnesota? He had that stretch of 3 straight where he barely missed. And was big last night in Toronto as well. Both ends of the court, offense and defense.
Well, Dalton Knecht gets some first quarter run. Here is Jax trying to turn, spin, throw it up and throw it in for Jackson Hayes.
Tough move off the dribble there. Finish through traffic. Nicely done from the center.
Yeah, last night it was only the second time all year he hasn't made at least half his shots. There's another 3. So 7 3-pointers made. And they've also made 6 field goals in the paint. So real good balance right now for Boston.
Well, they're doing a good job of getting open looks so far. And Billy, basketball is such a rhythm sport. The pressure just becomes a little bit less on the next 3 when the previous one goes down, and you can tell that the Celtics are feeling good from the perimeter right now.
And they got the big lead, 36-17. Shorthanded Lakers. We mentioned both these teams, though, on the back-to-back, but so far the extra step belongs to Boston. Into the corner, long shot, long rebound, tapped and controlled. And here come the C's, as they're called here in Boston. Pritchard now to the right-hand side, Jaylen Brown. Brown down the middle, he goes all the way and scores. That's a pretty move.
I mentioned the momentum that they're under in the perimeter, and it's been the opposite for the Lakers as Vincent goes all the way to the cup. They can't get anything to fall.
Yeah, this is as awful as the first quarter as they can play right now. Underneath and more free throws. So Boston and Brown specifically will go to the line where he's already been 3 times. We don't have anybody on either side in double digits, but with a couple of made free throws, Brown could get there right now.
You see Brown in pretty good position to go back to the All-Star team this year for a 5th time. Of course, Tatum remains out with the Achilles, and he has been unquestionably the guy. And I think early in the season, since Boston got off to that slow start, only won one time in their first 4, there was some question of, I don't know, are they going to take a gap year? And they have decidedly turned that around and are now creeping very steadily up the standings in the Eastern Conference, which is,
it's wide open. It's wide
open.
Yeah, it's absolutely wide open. No favorite whatsoever.
Yeah, you can see 6 or 7.
I was going to say more than a handful. Yeah. More than a handful. They've been held under 100 only once. And that was the second game of the season against the Knicks. Their offense has basically been humming. With 3 in the quarter, 2 in the quarter to beat the buzzer. And Hayes got the rebound, but that's it. First quarter, big time Boston advantage.
Yeah, Lakers.